Conservative gaming, Twitter, YouTube has kind of been turning on itself lately over this topic right here. Sexual imagery in games, jiggle physics and skin. Melanie Mack here, some of you might be familiar with her. Half her shtick is just throwing out slurs against gay people online, so.
You know what I am sick and tired of?
We're gonna mute it. Read her lips. You get it, right? You get the idea. She has made people upset. Here's what she said.
Yes, what you're doing is shameful. Yes, I think this stuff is shameful and I don't want it in my entertainment because it's shameful and it's hurting society. Do I think that people participating in these activities are losers? Yes, but you know what? It doesn't mean you have to always be a loser.
You've got people turning against her, saying that she's calling for censorship and that she's no different from the left. And it's actually been... There it is again. Wow, it's crazy. People have said she's hypocritical because she was supportive of games like Stellar Blade before. I don't really care about all that, to be honest with you. I care more about the subject at hand, the actual topic. Remove Melanie Mack from the equation, and that's what I care more about. Are you really a streamer if you never pull up Microsoft Paint? Most of the internet has been looking at this whole subject wrong. In fact, they've been looking at a lot of topics completely wrong, and here's why I think that. Here's one end of the spectrum. Here's another end of the spectrum. We're all on the spectrum, boys. Let's talk both extremes, okay? We like sexual imagery in games. The most extreme, okay. All women should be shown this way in games. I think that's as extreme as it gets, right? And then we're gonna go on the other side of the spectrum. Sexual imagery should not be allowed, should be censored. Anyone who partakes, what did she say? Loser is a loser. I think this is the other extreme, wouldn't y'all agree? In the very center, and this is basically true of any debate or topic, it's always one of two things. Either I don't care, or it's a perfect balance between the two. What would a balance between these two be? I guess y'all let me know if that's not centrist enough. Now, here's why I think people are looking at this all wrong. The internet has become such a polarized, tribalistic place. This side over here on the left, if you are not right there with them and agree with every bit of this take, it doesn't matter if you're here, or here, or here, or maybe even here, they're gonna view you as though you're all the way over here. And same goes for this side. If you don't agree with this entire take, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, doesn't matter, they're gonna view you as being all the way over here. Let's give an example. I'll use myself. If I were to just look at this spectrum, I'd probably put myself like right here. But I think everyone kind of has a little bit of a self-bias about how centrist they really are. So maybe I might actually be like here on this topic. Maybe, I don't know. My 2 cents is I agree sexual imagery is bad for society, but I don't think art should be censored. There's several clinical studies that back this stuff up, like pornography, overindulging in alone time, gooning, no gooning, but I do not think that it should be censored. And I do not believe that every female character needs to look that way. I think jiggle physics are funny. Let me put it like this. There's a content creator on Twitter right now. They have shown pictures of their room, and their entire room is covered in naked graphic anime girls all over their walls. That's what their whole room is. I think that person should be allowed to do that. And I think whoever the artists are making that art should be allowed to make that. The market does what the market does. If people want to buy that, if people want to make that, have at it, do your thing. Do I want that in my household? Do I think that that's a net good for people to surround themselves with that? No, I don't. But I'm not going to stop them if they want to. You know what I mean? That's my take. Here's the problem with that. If you go on Twitter right now and tweet out, "I like jelly," somebody is going to tweet back, "Oh, so you hate peanut butter?" It's such a polarized society we live in now. So this person on the right here sees my take and they go, "You want to condone this stuff? You're part of the problem." So now, guess what? Whether I think I'm over here or not, to this person, I'm actually over here. This side looks at me and goes, "Oh, so you think it's bad for society? You're just a Bible-thumping prude. You need to get out of your old ways." And so now I'm, to this person, I'm over here. And then the person in the middle who is actually a centrist gets made fun of for being a centrist. Whatever happened to lukewarm takes? Can't somebody come in here and be like, "I don't really care about any of this"? You know, like, why does everybody have to have an extreme on one side or the other? I think the whole thing is extremely simple. I'm willing to bet most people are somewhere along these lines here. Most people are like, yeah, I want my video game characters to look hot. I don't really care about all the gooning and stuff, but like, I want them to look good because I'm going to have to look at them. I mean, I want to be attracted to my video game characters, even the guys. See, that's what I'm saying. I think most people are like, I don't want to play as some Mr. Potato Head looking 300-pound Snorlax running around with a sword. Like, I want my dude to have chiseled abs, a nice jawline. I want him to look like a stud, and he can save all the maidens, and the maidens look good. That's where most people lie, I think. But even that person, it's like, oh, well, you're just objectifying women, and you are an incel. What happened to having different opinions, just getting along? I don't know. That's an excellent question. The tribalism is insane. In fact, I'll show you guys another example. Yesterday, I posted a new video. It's called Why the Internet Hates New Games. In this video, I touch on topics like broken launches, pay to win, aggressive microtransactions, lack of innovation, lack of creativity, but I also touch on people that have taken the anti-woke mentality a little too far to a place where I feel it's toxic. Like, if I see a trailer for a video game and there's a single black character shown in the trailer, this game's woke. It's gonna be woke trash. Don't buy it. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not talking about like if corporatized diversity is involved. I'm just saying I think some people have gone too far. Because, you know, we all got woke shoved down our throats for years, and now the pendulum's kind of swinging back the other way. And I think some people are going a little too hard on their course corrects. I knew I was gonna get some pushback because I even mentioned like Andy Pants Gaming here. I've said on stream before, I think he just spews insults. He doesn't actually make arguments. Heels v Babyface, I think he goes by Az. I brought up how he dunked on Silent Hill 2 a while back, talking about how they don't understand their audience. It's going to be a woke game. And then the game came out. It's not woke at all. It's actually great. And I have not seen anything from him talking about how it's actually a good game. What I said was that I think his take was wrong on this, and he should admit that he was wrong. What people are going to hear is, I hate Heels v Babyface. I disagree with everything he's ever said. And I voted for Kamala 3 times. And I knew that, right? The internet's a polarized place. Under my pinned comment here, I actually am familiar with Kyle. Back in the days of Marvel's Avengers, I watched some of his videos. Kyle is an exclusively anti-woke channel. Here you go. Race swaps, DEI, woke rejection, anti-woke. Yeah, that's what this channel is. This person said, Skull and Bones, Dustborn, Dragon Age, and the Historical Concord came out last year, and the pronoun-orific, unfinished slop should have gamers trusting new games. This is what I'm talking about with Twitter mentality. Have any of you ever once heard me prop up Skull and Bones, Dustborn, Dragon Age, or Concord? Ever? Have you ever heard me prop up unfinished slop? Ever? Since I've been on YouTube? God, this is such a waste of freaking breath. Let me show you my anti-woke credentials. In my most recent videos, I had a 7-minute segment in this one about Yasuke and why Ubisoft is in the wrong. This video, I had a whole segment over Sweet Baby Inc. This whole video is where I publicly denounce one of my favorite game studios ever, saying that I'm no longer going to support them publicly because I think they have gone too far woke. This one, I have a whole segment on how if they take a remake and make it like woke, it's like, well, why did you change it at all? What was the point? That it's not helpful to the game. Let's keep going. This entire video is how video game journalists are stupid and don't know anything about Resident Evil 5. Oh, unfinished slop? My God. My most popular video series I have on my entire channel is about why unfinished slop is the reason why we shouldn't pre-order games. My second most popular video series on my channel is about how even though influencers promote games, you still shouldn't listen to them until the game comes out because it might be unfinished slop. And the list goes on. So I didn't bring up all this stuff in this video because I'm not interested in making the exact same video 3 times in a row. Even my videos that are similar to one another, like the Don't Pre-Order series or the YouTuber series, the topic is the same, but they have a different frame of reference, different reference point. If I were to hit all of those subjects that he talked about in that comment, I would have had to basically copy and paste my script from other videos, and I'm just not interested in that. Because I made this video, that must mean that I think this list of games here and unfinished slop should have gamers trusting new games. Here's the thing. I'm very proud of 35,000 subscribers, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, it's a small channel. So I think it's totally reasonable that he doesn't know that his entire comment can be disproven by my content. He's not familiar with my content, and I don't expect somebody to see one video and then go watch their entire backlog before making a comment. I don't expect that. What is not forgivable, though, is him bringing this up in this video, because how far into the video is it where I start talking about how games have betrayed us? He didn't even make it 50 seconds into the video before having an opinion on my entire video. What in the TikTok brain is going on here? Right? Is my self-bias showing? Look at the names of the chapters. They took our money and lost our trust. Fair concerns versus toxicity. They try to change our preferences. They ignore our concerns. Their games keep dying. They withhold content. They made us ask more questions. They're terrified to innovate. They literally sell us the same games. They can't even get remasters right. How do you look at that and think that I support this? So anyway, my point is, I understand him not being familiar with my other content, but as another content creator with over 100,000 subscribers, much bigger than me, you can't really forgive the TikTok brain, click on video, watch 10 seconds, have an opinion about the whole video, move to another video. That happens to me all the time, and it happens to a lot of content creators. Like, you see a comment that's like, I know that person didn't watch the video, but for another content creator to do that, that's where I'm like, all right, this person should know better, I would think. He doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't owe me watching my video. Like, that's fine. To put all this together, to tie this up in a bow, anti-woke is over here, woke is over here, and let's say I'm right here. But because I dare say that I think some people peddle outrage a little too much, somebody over here who's really far over here, they're gonna see me as this person. The internet is too tribalistic. There's too much polarization. Bring back balanced, lukewarm takes. It's okay for someone to not be wholly bought in on this side or wholly bought in on this side. It doesn't make as riveting content, I guess, but it's okay to have an opinion that's not inflammatory or super duper committed. It's fine. Don't sweat it. It's not a big deal. Maybe he mistook it as a short. Maybe he did. I chalk it up to TikTok brain. When you combine short attention spans with extreme polarization, that's what you get. I like peanut butter. Kyle comments back, so you hate jelly? That's what this is. To a T. Let's play Mafia 2.